Welcome to Pod Me If You Can TV. I'm David Farrell.
And I'm Lloyd Hughes.
Here on Pod Me If You Can TV, we find obscure titles with your favourite stars and we discuss them. Today's film, Pete's Meteor. This is an amazingly bad film starring Alfred Molina and Mike Myers in his first dramatic role. Look, first of all, this is not a good ad for tourism in Ireland. It's an Irish film. It's set in a very poor part of town. It's got... Everyone has accents, obviously. And Mike Myers does a decent job. This film's from 1998. So you can really see where he's figured out his accent for Fat Bastard, though.
I think he was doing it before that in Axe Murderer. I Married an Axe Murderer.
Probably a little bit, yeah.
No, that's Scottish. I'm sorry. I'm completely wrong.
Okay, so Irish, Scottish. He's nailed it for Fat Bastard. You can hear Fat Bastard in this performance a little bit. The story is narrated by one of three orphans whose parents died. So the three kids now live with a grandmother. They died of AIDS, the parents. And for some reason, Mike Myers' character feels responsible for this. He was friends with them, but it's never clear why exactly he feels responsible. Like, he's a former junkie, so perhaps he shared needles and they got AIDS and he has AIDS, but none of it's really ever explained. Unless you read the back of the box, which says, after his two best friends die, he feels obligated to help raise their three kids who now live with their grandmother. And that's the limit of the explanation. Got nothing. So anyway, it's weird because you get this story from the point of view of a child. And the child is sort of evil. We did a podcast about... We need to talk about Kevin, and the kid's kind of evil in that movie, no doubt. This kid is on the way to becoming that kind of evil. He's too young, he's very troubled, he's in trouble with the police, and it's weird because all the kids go out all day, and if they don't come home, that's when the grandma worries. So, they're doing whatever they want, they're being kids. But there is a lot of bullying in this film. It's not really suitable for children. There are tons of scenes where kids punch on other kids, and it becomes way more of a drama than a family-friendly film. The tagline is, "Do you believe in miracles?" And it implies that when this meteor lands in their backyard, Pete's Meteor, it lands in their backyard and it's going to change everything, and that it's a gift from their parents or something who died and they're up in the stars, So it's kind of like it never becomes anything like that because this scientist, played by Alfred Molina, takes the meteor from them, and the three orphan children want to get it back. And they pronounce Meteor, Meteor, which is really annoying. And he likes the kids, Alfred Molina. He likes them so much, he offers to adopt them, which is really weird because they're terrible kids. And his girlfriend breaks up with him because she's like, well, I'm not going to help you adopt these kids, which then he thinks 5 minutes later, he goes, that was a terrible idea. I don't know why I suggested it. It's such a weird scene as well. They look through a telescope when they're with Alfred Molina at one point, and they look up at the stars and they see, in a terrible bit of green screeny kind of stuff, they see a vision of their parents up in the stars. And I'll definitely give you a picture of that to put on this vision, because it's just like, what? It's just cheesiness right here.
That sounds cheap, really cheap.
It's not that it's a cheap film. I guess it's just they don't do much. It's like you may get a snore. You fall asleep during this film. You may get a good sleep in. It's interesting to see because Alfred Molina and Mike Myers go head to head in a couple of scenes, and Mike Myers is supposed to be this very tough, streetwise guy, right?
Right.
But when he stands toe to toe with Alfred Molina dwarfs him. He's massive, he doesn't look imposing against Alfred Molina. It's really strange.
I could also imagine Molina's acting abilities just completely outclassing Mike
Myers.
Yeah.
Mike Myers is an expert of comedy. In drama, he does okay. It's good in some scenes. In other scenes, you're just waiting for him to tell a joke, like the look on his face, you're about to laugh and stuff. And yeah, I don't know. His character owes money to some drug dealers in the film too, and so the film really gets going when he's on the run for them, on the run from them rather, and the action all comes towards the end when guns come out, and at one point a kid puts a gun to Mike Myers' head, so it's really not suitable for kids at all,
Yeah, wow.
It's a dark kind of drama, but it's unfortunate that, I mean, it's about this meteor, and you think that it's going to be like full of gold or something, you know, and that their parents did send it, inverted commas, so that they would be not poor anymore, you know, or like they try and read some message of destiny into it, but it never really becomes anything. It's just like, it's just a bit of rock. So,
Okay. Yeah.
you know, at the end that they're hoping that their lives will improve, but they haven't really improved.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, at the end you're like, oh, that was a bit of nothing in the end of it. And it's misleading based on the packaging and stuff, you know. And you want more from Mike Myers, but you just don't get it. Any questions, Lloyd?
No, I'm just looking at the front cover now. It kind of looks like a heavy drama with the 3 images of the 3 leads. Melina, what's her name? Brenda Fricker? Is that how you pronounce
Brenda
it?
Fricker's the grandmother, and Mike Myers. Yeah.
And then at the bottom half, you got the image of the meteor coming down, these kids running to it. It actually looks really intriguing, that front cover. I'm like, oh, okay, that looks interesting.
Exactly. I think well worth the front cover in its intrigue, but the film is just not very good. 4.5 on IMDb, I think you said. So
yep.
Yeah, that seems about right. So you can find more from us at www.podmeifyoucan.com.